Cha-ching! Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to the live stream. Tonight, I've got more Kerbal Space Program for you. Now, last time we played this game, I managed to get myself a manned flight flying past the moon. So now I'm going to try for an unmanned flight, landing a probe on its surface. Should be a real challenging mission, but I think we can handle it. And also, I've got a very special announcement. I have converted my throne page into a toy drive for my local children's hospital. That's right. I have loaded up my throne page with all sorts of toys, books, and art supplies that will all be donated to the Children's National Hospital in Washington, D.C. And I see we've already gotten a couple of donors out there. Some not there. An anonymous gifter bought a Paw Patrol toy, and guess who? Thank you so much for that. Those kids are gonna have a real good time with that this Christmas. But for now, let's get into it. Now, for that toy drive, remember the deadline to donate is gonna be. That's odd. Hang on, where is it? There it is. Okay. What's that face? CK, was that your donation? All right, so we're going to start with our... Oh, no? All right, then. In that case, we're going to start with a Probodine Stay Put Nick. And we'll include a rechargeable battery pack. What's a donation? It's when you give people stuff. Yeah, we'll keep an inline reaction wheel. Okay, let me see here. What can I do with this? Okay, here we go. Here we go. Now we're cooking. Oh. Oof. Here we go. Oh. Clicking slightly off screen there. Whenever I click slightly off screen, it just opens, you know, this doesn't play all that nice with multiple monitors, and I got 3 on this thing. Okay, we're gonna put on a small fuel tank. And this whole thing is gonna be bristling with sensors. Now, we won't put a parachute on this thing because, well, what exactly would it be? What atmosphere is it going to be using that parachute with? What we are going to put on is a bunch of sensors for it to use. And a few battery packs. Make sure it stays awake the whole time it's on the moon's surface. A small engine. Huh. And I'm actually going to switch this out for a smaller fuel tank. A small engine. That should be all we need to actually get it on the ground. And then let's see here. Few landing struts, which will start retracted. And it's going to need a high gain antenna to actually get its information where it needs to go. All right, and now sensors and science doohickeys. We're gonna have some mystery goo. These need to be these two need to be symmetrical or else they start fucking things up. I'm gonna move these down the body a little bit. There we go. And offset them down just a scooch to help give us a better landing area. There we go. That'll do. Now, we need that engine on the bottom so that we can decelerate as we're approaching the moon, because there is no atmosphere to slow us down with. Then we got that in place. We're going to hook this whole thing up to a much larger rocket. Oh, we're going to hook it up to that. And one of these. There we go. That'll get us, hopefully 2 mun. We're gonna want plenty. Actually, no, I'm gonna give it a second one, just to make sure we got plenty of delta V once we're up there. And then this whole assembly down here, that's just gonna focus on getting us into orbit, and hopefully at least part of the way to mun. Now let's see here. No need for ablators because there's no heat shielding. Don't forget the temperature and pressure sensors. And we're gonna toggle all of these to their own action groups to collect all their data at once. Move to the 1 key. Log temperature, log pressure data, observe mystery goo. I want to try and do a unmanned flight. Before I try and do a manned flight, there are a few things I want to do before I try a manned flight. We're going to need to do things like an orbital rendezvous first. We're going to have to get the knack of landing on moon first. Orbital rendezvous is important because there's going to be a small craft that stays in orbit around the moon, and that's going to be what sends the lander down, and then the lander's going to come back up and meet with it. That's how they did it back in the 60s with Apollo. Oh, that was the wrong circle. There we go. Just gonna tweak this a little bit. Cool. Yeah, that ought to do it. Go. Okay, we're gonna take this. I'm gonna put a couple of these on there. Yes, because I don't want to have too many engines. I don't want to have them because they'll soak up all my fuel. But a couple of reliant engines. Yes, that ought to do it. And then let's see, coupling. We're gonna add some radial decouplers. And we're gonna have 4 thumper engines. Not thumpers, what are they called? Oh yes, thumpers. 4 thumpers taking this thing actually out into orbit. I just tweak this so that they aren't sitting on themselves all kerfuckus like that. Ah, the snapping is making things tricksy. There we go. Anyway, as I was saying, how fucking dare you fart on me when I'm trying to conduct very important experiments into space flight? Anyway, that's gonna get the aerodynamics. Pop nose cones on everybody. Couple of wings to assist stability. That should be fine. Couple of aerodynamical stuffs. Okay. And lander 1. That should hopefully do it. Okay, let's see here. Activate this. Wait, for real? Okay. I guess for some reason nothing I thought that the stay put in a cat on board stability assist. How we doing on our apoapsis? Not great. That's also got flying southerly. Ah, shit. Okay, it's borked. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we're gonna need some stability assistance on board. Okay. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Never mind. I thought we could put like a manned module on top. We're just gonna try that again, I guess. There we go. I'm getting some wobble going there. That's all right. Shit! Took out our engine again. Okay. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. Let me see if I can do something about those decouplers. I'm pretty sure there's like a force slider I can use on those things. Oh, shit. That's not what I meant to do. Oh, no, that's not it. That ain't right. Okay, so those are at full force. So what we need to do instead, I think, is... Okay, yes. We're going to add some stuff to keep it away from the main body of the rocket. There we go. Let's try that. Here we go. Ah, shit. I think we're losing control of this bird. You go back up. Back up. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Well, now it's just going in completely the wrong direction. Okay. Okay. What are we going to do about that? Yeah. Let's save that. See if there's anything we can research that'll help. I know I can help. I figured out a way to get some quick science. Here we go. Yeah, this is what we... This stuff right here. This is what we need. So, we need to get some more flights in. Okay. Oh, time for purple shirt. Okie dokie. Let's see here. Boink. And boink. And spadoink. Okay, there we go. All right. I'm feeling perps. Okay, we're gonna add some fins to the... fins to the solid boosters to hopefully increase stability, and we're gonna try that. What we really need is those control jets. Ah. I know it's wobbling a lot, but that actually feels a lot easier to control. There we go. There we go. Now we're cooking. How are we doing on apoapsis? Oh shit, we're flying in the complete opposite direction of moon. But oh shit. Oh shit, we're tumbling. Come on. Hold. Ah. It's no good. Come on. Nuts. And we're going to revert to launch and going to try a slightly different tack. I'm going to try and keep things straight for as long as I can, going straight up, because I think air resistance is fucking us up. There we go. Just keep it nice and straight. Okay, doing all right. Holding okay. And that, yep. Once we get into this stage, that's when it all gets fucked up. I think it's because it's so... Wait. Okay, we're holding? No, we're not. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. We clearly need a pilot aboard to get that stability assist online. So here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna take all of this, and we're gonna just stick a pilot on it. And we're gonna need some chutes for this guy. He's gonna need an ablator. We need one that's the right size. There we go. And we're gonna need some chutes. Oh. There we go. And we're gonna need a decoupler. All right, so here's the deal. This thing's gonna stay in orbit while this thing lands, and then it's gonna head back to Kerbal. Jeb, you're up. Semi-unmanned lander. And launch. All right. I should mention, I'm sipping on a bourbon right now. I think this is just what happens when you combine liquor and space travel. Like, it's not enough to get me drunk, but, you know. Here we go. That's much more stable flight. Excellent, excellent. Okay. Clearly the problem... Hang on. Revert flight to vehicle assembly. I think I might know what our problem is. Should be an option to view the center of gravity on this thing. Just as I suspect. Basically, our problem is we got too much mass down on the bottom here, and that's what's fucking us up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna shift that point where the size changes up here. That'll also put more fuel into the second stage, which is good for us. Here we go. And then we're gonna go ahead and put that Terrier engine back on. Pop on the decoupler and... Yeah, sure, okay. No. Oh, nuts. Hang on. Here we go. You're saying you're too ass? I guess, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Sure. It was relevant at the time. Let's see. Nope. At the end of the day, it's just too big. Too bottom heavy. Okay. We're gonna scrap this whole thing for keeping the module up top. But a lighter weight on bottom might be just what we need. We're gonna put that on the Terrier engine. Okay, put the Terrier engine on that. Add a decoupler. And then we're going to add... We're not going to go wider, we're just going to go taller. There, see how the center of gravity is a lot more centered? That ought to help us out a lot. Also, it's a lot less weight. Pop a Reliant engine on that. And then, let's see here. Add the radial decouplers that we want. And if we keep this weight low, then the solid fuel stage will probably take us a lot further, which is exactly what we want. There we go. Keeps that whole thing a lot cleaner. That ought to do. And we'll pop some fins on this for extra control in flight. All right. Center of mass is still low, but it should pop right up once we decouple. Let's see, we got boosters. You should be on the same stage. And then that'll fire, and then that'll fire, and then that. Okay. I forgot to put nose cones on the flight. Is the audio supposed to be crackly? No, it's just something. It'll probably go away on its own in a minute. Just a second. There we go. Let's see how we're doing on our Apoapsis arc. Give it a minute. We're still early into our burn. Huh, that's weird. Hang on a second. My chat box isn't working. That is strange. Okay, hang on a second. I'll take care of that as soon as we're in a nice, stable orbit. And actually, I'll pause that. Properties. Let's see here. Streamlabs. Chat box. Okay.
Why must you fail me
That's
so
very odd.
often?
I don't know why that's not working, but we're just going to carry on, I guess. And once we're into a higher spot in the atmosphere, we'll gun it. We just got to get this thing to 70,000 meters up. We're going to start a slight tilt. And which direction are we flying in? Are we following moon? We're tilting in the wrong direction. Okay, there we go. Gonna get up to here. Then we're gonna burn for the horizon. Stop the warp. Add maneuver. Prograde burn. Okay. Warp to maneuver. And we're gonna gun it. Although we actually overcalculated our maneuver there. We don't need to go that far. We're just gonna wait till we have a nice, stable orbit established. Okay, we're going slow, but we're also burning fuel slow, so I'm okay with that. And I think our staging is fucked up. Go. I haven't achieved orbit yet, but we're working on it. Come on, man. Okay, we need to get more, we need to gain some height here. There we go. I don't think we're going to make it on this flight. No. We're just going to go back to vehicle assembly. Clearly, there's something wrong with our design here. There we go. All right, see if I can just tweet test. Topher, how familiar are you with the scientific process? What do you mean? This isn't a scientific process. I'm just screwing around. As Adam Savage once said, the difference between science and screwing around is writing it down, and I am writing nothing down right now. Okay, maybe I was wrong. First off, let's see. First off, okay. Let's see here. No. Oh shit. Shit. And revert flight to vehicle assembly. And what happened to the fins? We need the fins. So I just took a quick stab at what's happening with the chat box. Okay. I don't know why my chat box isn't working. Yeah. Stream elements. I did install Stream Elements recently. I wonder if that's something to do with that. Screen tools. Elements. Okay. Let me see here now. Nothing. Okay. Wait. Squonk chat. Yeah, I'll try that one later. Yeah, I don't know. My chat box is just busted. Okay. Anyway, I was putting the winglets back on this rocket. Whether to make my own assets, have my own personal flair, I probably would, but I would probably spell it Flair, you know, spelling it properly. Not sure you can or how easy it is for something to consider. Maybe I'll look at Squonk Chat when the stream is over. Shut up? No. No, you can't see it in the chat box, but Sadie just told me to shut up when it's my stream. And Sadie says he hates me, even though he logs into all of my streams. To hate watch. Yeah, sure. Keep lying to yourself, buddy. He says he logs in just to hate watch. And for those of you just tuning in, I am in fact doing a toy drive just now. I've on my throne page. I've converted my entire throne page into a toy drive for the Children's National Hospital in Washington, D.C. If you can, please consider donating. Just gonna get this thing up to 70,000. All right, I have a lot better feelings about this one. Just gotta pay attention and be a lot more careful. We're at 70,000. At a prograde burn till we achieve orbit. Okay. Stability assist to the maneuver node. And start the burn. So I'll just need handsome tope for 5 minutes. Let me just get the timer going here. And let's see here. Load avatar. Here we go. And I'm handsome. Let me see here. Let me set a timer. Set a timer for 5 minutes. Up. Clang. Joke's on you. You just threw a pie at your own avatar, at your own art. Dumbass. Okay, yeah, we'll switch to Squonk Chat. Anyway, where were we? Yeah, but it's still me. Joke's on you. It's just a virtual avatar of me. It's not me at all. Oh, shit. We've managed to get our way out of the atmosphere. We got to get a strong forward burn. Ah, it's fucked. Okay, we're going to revert back to launch. Okay. And no. Revert flight. Revert to launch. Huh? Okay, there we go. I'm going to let this burn until we hit 10,000 meters. Okay. And once we hit 10,000, we're going to start a slight tilt. I said a slight tilt. Shit. Ah, balls. Okay, let me see here. Okay, okay. Okay, okay. We're gonna try again. This time following a... Yeah, I just looked up an old wiki I used to use to help me get into orbit. All right. Ah, shit, one of my motors just crapped out. Here we go. There we go. All right, all right. For some reason, all my tech side of it's just done working for the day. Now we get a heading of 10 degrees east. And we hold that till we get to 70 kilometers. Okay. And we hold that till our apoapsis gets to 70 kilometers up. And we shut up this damn timer. I'm hitting the button that says stop. Christ on a bicycle. There. Okay. And a second, I gotta switch back to my normal avatar here. There we go. Ah, good old me again. Okay. Let me see here. Okay. How high up are we? Once we're outside the atmosphere, we're gonna burn prograde. I'm actually feeling pretty good about this run now. Keep it slightly above prograde. Okay, we're doing okay. Come on. Oh, we just need to get this thing lined up for a encounter with Mun. Then we can jettison the top stage. Here we go, here we go. About to enter orbit. Set burn to prograde. Once our periapsis goes above. Boom! There we go. Okay, we are now in a nice stable orbit above Kerbal. How are our nodes? We need to adjust our nodes. Okay. Gonna be a 6-second burn. Okay, we're gonna warp to. Once we hit the 6 seconds mark. All right. Now let's check our nodes. Okay, our nodes are good. Our orbit is following the same path, so it's a matter of just applying a prograde burn in the right spot for an encounter. Should have enough delta V to do it. Okay. Here we have our nice moon encounter. All right, all right. Next maneuver, we'll go down into Kerbal's atmosphere. It's got to delete. Hang on, I'm gonna restart this. Okay. It's gonna get down low enough that yeah, there we go. That'll do it. All right, so we need to burn at about 32. Start the burn at about 32 seconds from. I'm just gonna put in a quick save here for no reason. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're gonna start the burn at the 32-second mark, and that will hopefully that'll bring us up to our moon encounter. A bit of a long burn. This is kind of the slower part of Kerbal Space Program is the waiting bits. Here we go. Really, we just got to burn till we get that moon encounter. There we go. All right, so now we're going to focus our view on moon. A small prograde burn to bring us a little bit closer. Okay. Be a nice short burn. Hey, Addy Meows, just in time for all the space stuff. I'm attempting to land an unmanned probe on the surface of the moon here. And I'm getting pretty close to being able to do that. Tap this step around. Hey, very nice. Sounds like you're having a fun night. Okay. Oh, almost to our next maneuver node. And chill. There we go. Now we're going to fly a bit closer. Now we're going to go ahead and warp to here. All right. We're now in open space. So we're going to jettison our probe here. And we're going to start A retrograde burn. Gonna try to start a retrograde burn. Okay.
Now, this might strike some viewers as harsh, but I believe everyone involved in this story
Gotta
should
get out
die.
of this tumble somehow. Retrograde burn. Yeesh, I can barely control this thing. Okay, we are now set for a landing. Okay, we're gonna set a save there. And what's going on? Ah, shit, it's out of power already? God damn. Okay, this whole thing is borked. Okay, we need to find a new option. We need to, I know there's an option to unlock solar panels. We need those solar panels, but we need 90 science to do it. Okay, we're gonna need a lot more science to do it. Thinking we're gonna start with a new ship. Okay, there are a few ways we can get easy science by just getting a few measurements from on Kerbin's surface. I'm gonna set this to all. Okay. On the ground. Okay, got some easy science there. Surface sample. There we go. And board. And recover the vessel. And there we go. Got some easy science off that. How we doing? Got 25. We need 90. We're going to try and collect surface samples from different areas of Kerbal now. So what we're going to do is basically build a rocket that we're just going to use to fly to the North Pole. Okay. Flying distances, stripple pole. Pretty much, yes. And we're going to do it hella fucking fast. That's the other thing we're going to do is we're going to gather some data under extreme acceleration. How dare you fart on me when I'm attempting to do serious scientific research? Bitch! You can call me a bitch all you want. I'm too busy doing science. There we go. All set up for a nice, clean landing. Got a retrograde burn going to reduce our velocity somewhat as we start to get closer. Okay, coming in. Gonna adjust our deploy altitude to help. Okay. And we're just gonna drift on down back to the surface. All right. There we go. Okay, that's good. What does it mean, EVA unavailable? All right, well, let's just recover the vessel then. I got us a bunch of science. That got us up to 40. Very nice. I'm going to take a quick break to take a quick leak, and then we'll be right back. Oh, CK Wilf. I just noticed we got another donation. My thing got screwed up. CK Wilfish bought Cyan Toy Fidget Toy Set. 35 pieces sensory toy for ADD OCD. I'm not reading all that, but thank you so much. Man, that's odd. I should have heard that alert. Hang on a second. Let me check something here. Man. So let me test it out here. Huh. That's weird. For some reason, the alert didn't show up either, it looks like. Because I should have heard that donation coming in. Either way, I'm going to take a quick break. Oh, dang, it's been a year since you followed and subbed any meows. Hey, happy anniversary. Okay. A perfect use for the party button. Well done. And let me just double check something here. Arts. Okay, whatever. Anyway. Let's see, what else can we do? Nope. Okay. Let me see here. What else can I get? Yeesh, that's a we're doing a docking? Okay. Really need. Okay. Let me think here. Oh, you got the new Pokemon Legends ZA? Nice. How is that? I've been seeing a lot of people playing it. Okay. Okay, what we're gonna try now is not instead of just yeah, okay. Instead of trying for a flyby of moon, we're gonna try for a flyby of Minimus. That is Kerbin's second moon. That's this fella right here. Way the fuck out there. So once we hit 100 meters per second, I'm gonna start a slight easterly turn. Are we doing our apoapsis? Open that throttle wide. Okay, that'll at least get us started. Need to start the burn. Okay. Here we go. Okay. Rather than try and get fully into orbit from there, we're just going to try and preserve some of our Delta V. Okay, we are now in stable orbit. And we're going to set our ascending and descending nodes. All right. Gotta get this just right. Gotta get this just right. Okay. It's gonna be a 13-second burn, which means we need to do it at around second mark. It's really fun, makes you strategize more when going to battles. Oh, that's fun. Sorry, I'm really locked in. This game really is really tickling my tism. Okay. I think we've got a decent shot of a proper minimalist flyby here. Okay, now we're aligned with Minimus. I'm gonna try for a pro-grade burn, see if that gets us what we need, where we need to go. Ah, yes, that'll get us a nice close flyby. We have 38-second burn, which means we need to start burning at 19 seconds. Okay, we just got almost there. All right, we should have more than enough Delta V to do what we need to do. In fact, we can probably get a little bit closer. All right, once we hit that 19-second mark, which we are almost at, gun it. Ah, shit, almost missed it. But that should be fine. We should still be able to do what we need to do. Get us a nice close flyby. Shit. There we go. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and warp off all till we're here. And that's if we add a slight retrograde burn, we should be able to get really close to the surface from here. Okay, now we're going to warp to here. And there we are above Minimus. Now we're going to want to collect as much. What do you mean EVA unavailable? The hatch isn't blocked. Oh, the fucking thermometer. Oh, there we go. Holy shit, 32 science. Keep experiment. Get back on the ship and then collect all our science junk. Keep experiment. Keep experiment. Oh, wait. Keep experiment and log pressure data. 48. Keep experiment. Oh, that solves all of our problems with not getting enough science. Holy shit, Knuckles. And now we're going to go ahead and head back, warp until we're here, and then we're going to add a retrograde burn. A retrograde burn. Okay, add a retrograde burn here. And then another one here. Okay. And we're coming for a nice little landing back home. Set SAS to maneuver. Gotta get focused back on Kerbin. There we go. I'm gonna go ahead and start this burn now. Okay. We're gonna add another retrograde burn here until we're back. Just start to skim over the atmosphere. Okay. Actually, got enough Delta V. I think what we're going to do is to help avoid us from coming in too fast. We're actually going to add a retrograde burn right here. Wait, no. Wrong button. To help reduce our apoapsis a bit. Only using about 150 Delta V. Just so that we're not coming in quite so fast when we come back into the atmosphere. Ready? Starting the burn. Good. And we're going to add another retrograde burn right here. That'll bring us down to just starting to skim the atmosphere. And we'll use the atmosphere to slow ourselves down. Okay. Now we're going to warp here. Set ourselves up for a retrograde burn. Do just a little bit more deceleration. Once we enter the atmosphere. And we'll be coming in for a landing. Just slow ourselves down a nice amount, and then we'll just toss that behind us, align ourselves retrograde, and we will soon be re-entering Kerbin's atmosphere, which will start to slow us down significantly. Yeah, you can see our apoapsis is already dropping. It might take us a couple of laps, but it will bring us back down to Earth. Yep, as I suspected, it's probably going to take us a few laps. You can see we're already climbing again. We're just going to go ahead and warp until we re-enter Kerbin's atmosphere. This one's going to be this part's going to be a little bit slow while we get things rolling again. But oh my God, that Minimus pass will just, oh my God. We'll probably be able to afford both the stability stuff and the science stuff I wanted. This will absolutely get us where we need to go. In terms of landing an unmanned craft on Moon. No, we should also try to put things in orbit around Moon, I think. I think that'd be a good thing to do. Yeesh, this is going to take a minute, ain't it? The good news is we are absolutely going to eventually end up back on terra firma. Now that we're back inside the atmosphere, I mean, it'll eventually slow us back down. So how y'all doing, chat? Y'all having a good time? Because believe it or not, I am. This is just really tickling my tism. So, anyone want to throw pie at me or make me explode or something? Really? Nobody? Okay. Maybe we'll just take those that redeems off the thing entirely. Nah, I'm feeling nice. Well, thank you, Any Meows. Oh, you're playing Tomodachi Collection? And that makes you what? Too busy? Too good to throw pies at me? To make me explode? To shoot me with a... Ow! Thank you! Thank you! Clang! Thanks for joining the... Thanks for joining the party, Any Meows. I think that... Do we have any more violent redeems left? Holy shit.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
You know what? Sure, yeah, what the fuck? It'll pass the time. Now, let's take a minute in the tracking station, I guess. That spaceship ain't going anywhere. Guess we can't really find anything there then. Alrighty. Here we go. Okay, we finally got to the point where we can go back to, Okay, we're about to enter Kerbin's atmosphere again. Set to retrograde. And this will start to decelerate us again. I can see the ablator starting to heat up. Ablator supply is holding. Okay. Well, we're gonna be at this for a while, aren't we? Because I don't have any more Delta V left. It will eventually slow us down to the point where we can leave or we'll land, but it's gonna take a long while, I guess. All right. I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna take a good long while. So I might go ahead and sign off for the night now. Just so that y'all don't have to sit here and watch this for another hour. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. And I'll be sure to post a post on Blue Sky when this guy finally fucking lands. But for now, thank you all so much for watching. And be sure to tune into my next stream. That's going to be tomorrow night on Monday. It's going to be a watch party. That's right. It's time for the monthly watch party again. And we're going to be watching some Dragon Ball Z. Specifically, we're going to be watching the infamous Big Green dub. Picked out a couple of movies for us to watch on. That should be a pretty good chunk of time, even though they seem really short, these Big Green movies. But for now, thank you all so much for watching, and let's see who's out there who we can raid into. Oh, hey, here's someone else playing Kerbal Space Program. Wait, 7-year-old plays. Nah. Want another VTuber playing Kerbal. Here we go. Here's someone playing Kerbal. Doc Scalawag. Let's see what they're up to. Okay. 3,